Milwaukee Tools 3/8" subcompact impact wrench is out. 225 foot-pounds, model number 3049-20. It is almost identical to the 1/4" drive 3048-20. Pretty much the same in size, 4.5 inches from the front to the back. Weighs in at 1.6 pounds. Now the 1/4" has 100 foot-pounds. 3/8" 225 foot-pounds of removing force. That's up there. This dude will break bolts on level 3 fast. It has the mode change. Double tap that trigger while it's in neutral, and you will go through the 4 modes. Those 4 modes include a level 1 that does 0 to 1150 RPM, 0 to 1000 IPM, up to 50 foot-pounds of fastening torque. Level 2, 0 to 2400 RPM, 0 to 3400 IPM, up to about 150 foot-pounds fastening torque. Level 3 is 0 to 3400 RPM, 0 to 3600 IPM, and up to 200 foot-pounds of torque fastening and 225 removing. Now our auto mode is going to be forward at 0 to 1600 RPM, reverse at 0 to 3400 RPM, and then it gets loose. It will go down to 1500 RPM. IPM is going to be all in at 0 to 3600. As you move this inward fastening, it's going to tighten a little over finger tight, 10 foot-pounds. And then as you push the trigger and hold it, it will do about 1/8 of a turn. And then you let loose, push the trigger again, and it will tighten up a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. You can go all the way up to pretty much 200 foot-pounds if you want to keep doing that. Removing here is all in at 225 foot-pounds. Width on this guy is only 2 inches wide, very, very narrow. As you look down the back of this, it's really narrow again, right after the body, widens out for the battery, fits in your hands absolutely perfectly, just like the 1/4" model does. And if we take this out and look inside, there's this extra metal strap that goes around. That's going to keep our battery inside this tool, not going to let it vibrate out like we've had in the old versions of the stubbies. This guy is just as impressive to me as the 3/8" stubby impact wrench. It has some power. It doesn't look like it does, but trust me, this guy puts out some power, and it's very impressive. Enough that we could strip bolts without issue and just literally do whatever we'd like as far as destruction. Unfortunately, it is the plow season here in Michigan where we're just getting everything ready, and I just usually go through and check everything on our frame. We're at 3/4 battery, high output battery, 2.5 amp hour. These are 19mm sockets. It's pretty simple. We're just going to remove this. You don't buy this, in my opinion, for the constant 225 foot-pounds of removing, but this is what it's going to do. These should be somewhere in the 120 to 150, and they've been on here some time. Zero issue. And that, to me, is what I really love about this thing. It just blows through stuff. And that's me slowing it down, just because I don't want to take it all the way off. Now, if we just go over to our auto fastening mode, to me, this is interesting. These are going to be nylocks, so they're not going to work as good. Tightens it up. But if we go back, right here, can move it. We're going to go fastening. Then it stops. This should be 10 foot-pounds, so I can still turn it, no issue. I can loosen it. It's easier to turn in the position that I'm in. So I can still tighten it up, which is good. So it's going to be nice for those hand tighten modes, but if we want to go right up, we'll go back to level 3. And just give it. Now that's just fast. And I think that's what's nice about this in these smaller bolts, is that it's fast. Now it's also dangerous, and it does have the power, and you don't think that it does with the size, but it's got the power to break and strip this stuff. Is this tool designed for lug nuts? No. Will it do them? Most likely. Still at 3/4 of a battery, 2.5 amp hour, high output. No issue. And fairly quick. Pick another one. Took a little bit more time there, but still easily did it. So this tiny tool could rotate tires if you needed it to. My opinion, not something I'd go to for larger tires, but small car, maybe. It is light. I'd probably upgrade to the stubby if I needed to do this, but will it do it? Yes. I have the 1/4 and the 3/8 sitting here. You basically can't tell the difference between the two except for the anvil that's on the end. But what I can tell you is that these are great for someone who needs the power, wants the power, knows how to control the power. If you hand this 3/8 off to someone who doesn't expect it to have power, doesn't use it, using it on smaller stuff, 10 to 13 mil, you're gonna end up with broken bolts. There's no doubt. That's what's gonna happen. And it's just part of the gig when you have this much power in this small of a package per se, and it just doesn't feel like it's going to be able to do what it does. Even when you're sitting there holding the wrench on the bottom, tightening something up, just testing it, it's pushing you quite a bit, and it doesn't feel like this should actually be able to do that. But it does. It's got a ton of power, and this is where technology is taking us. A lot of power in smaller and smaller items, and it's just surprising. A lot of people out there are going to be doubters. They're going to be like, that didn't happen. That's not it. That's not going to do it. It doesn't matter, man. You believe what you want to believe. This little guy here, that's like the size of my hand, is easily taking off lugs, easily breaking small bolts, easily doing a lot of different things that you'd never expect it to, and it weighs 1.6 pounds without the battery. I mean, it is just tiny. The mode change thing, you know, that used to be a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal anymore. If it's in neutral and you double tap the trigger, it's going to change. It doesn't seem to happen to me that much anymore. When I first started using them, it felt like it happened 2-3 times every hour. Anymore, I don't feel it. Ergonomics of this M12 stuff has improved so much from the straight barrel grip. They now have just great indentations where this fits in your hand. It's comfortable. You could use it all day. You don't really have the problem of bumping that switch too much. It's in a great place where you can just raise your finger and push it over. But it's not in an area where you're just going to always hit it when you're pulling the trigger. It's just perfect. So if you're looking for something like this, you can order these guys now. They're great. The tri-LED lights up front, wonderful. I have nothing bad to say about this tool at all, except keep it in the hands of someone who's a little experienced if you're going to just run it on level 3 and use that trigger finger, because you can do some destruction. Other than that, this guy is everything that it's promised to be and more, in my opinion. So light, so nimble, so easy to move around, so comfortable. So my opinion, I'd love to hear yours. Put that down in the comments. As always, give us a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.